Hello, everybody. Okay, we are in November 15th, the weekend of November 15th. There is a portal going on as well, the 1111 portal that's occurring. And we want to go ahead and just sort of allow what wants to die off be released so the new can step in. So we're sort of in like that phase of between worlds, right? And sometimes we think that, when is it going to happen? Like shifting some part of your life, how long is it going to take? And we don't realize just being more gentle with the energy can bring about a shift more quickly. So, and yeah, there might be difficulties and thorns in your life that you don't appreciate. I think a lot of us have those, and but it's like, it's letting that violet flame, like meditating with the violet flame in your heart. I have pulled that card several times in the last few days, the violet flame, and letting it burn off like any debris, any energetic debris that just doesn't serve you anymore. And, there are people in the world who prefer just to create and cause conflict for others. And, that's not helping the planet, obviously. Mother Earth feels everything, and it's really not the direction we want to be going. When we focus on ourselves and our own lives, it actually creates healing for the world, and it creates and generates more for our own lives. So where can we continue to just be in the flow? So what else do we need to know for this weekend, November 15th? How can we just work with the energies? So truth be told, so it's really about, being honest with yourself about who's in your life or what's in your life that just is not serving you well, right? And maybe you have to choose to disconnect from people. Like, for instance, you might have a friend that you talk with on the phone all the time, or that you text all the time, and maybe you just cut back on that. Let people know that you're going to take a week off or a month off, and just kind of really be in that space of energetically growing your life. Because anybody who is okay with that, right, supports your well-being and your expansion. And anybody who isn't okay with that, well, they're not really for your highest good. And so we want to limit contact with those kinds of individuals. Okay, yeah. So where are we going to the past? There's no need, right? The here and now. We don't want to jump to the past, right? So let's stay in the present moment and playing with the magic in the present moment. So when we turn it around and we're staying in the present moment, then we can create poised moments in our lives, places where we can say, yes, okay, I'm going to put out that video, or I'm going to, write that music, or whatever it is, any project that you want to start, or if it's just, choosing to go into a healing space for yourself. Maybe it's, working with other healers, maybe it's choosing to do an art project. I'm working on a hat, knitting a hat. Love to knit, it's fun. I get to create something, from that. It's a lot of fun. So it's yes, where are we focusing our energy, our hearts? The universe will give us more of that. So let's just continue to focus on what expands our lives, okay? And saying time to go to things that are not good for us. Because when we do that, then we have the opportunity to create a new life. but we don't necessarily know what that looks like. And miracles do happen, right? Miracles do happen in our lives. Miracles happen. So are we open to that? It's like saying yes to the miracles. Yes, I am open to this. I am open to miracles. Having some fun, being playful. Okay? Like staying in that playful energy. So, what haven't you done that you've wanted to do that you might be afraid to do? But it's like, we have the fear, we feel the fear, or is it even fear? Maybe it's excitement, right? So maybe it's not even fear that you're feeling. Maybe it's just excitement of like, okay, I'm going to take this step forward. So go for it, right? That's what I say. Go for it. Take a step forward. And it doesn't have to be a huge step. It's like when we start taking steps forward to create the life we want, right? It just builds on itself over time. Okay, so what else do we need to know? Angels. Angels. All right, that's good. How can we work with like the energies? Okay, open to infinite possibilities. Staying open to infinite possibilities. We don't always know, right? Our mind thinks that we know, but it's like choosing to say, okay, I'm going to set this intention and I'm going to lead with my heart and I'm going to put one step forward, but I'm setting the intention to releasing the past and the old patterns, right? Hold on one second. Okay. Releasing the past and our old patterns, right? So where do we just need to do that? And, sometimes it's like, we're still like letting go of things that don't serve us and we're following a new path. But oftentimes we got to shut the door to one thing in our lives so a new door can open, right? So it's kind of letting the universe know, okay, I'm going to shut that door. It just isn't serving me anymore. And that's when the new doors open up, right? That's when the new possibilities open up. And what else do we need to know for this weekend coming up? Okay. So wombat spirit, it's being home in your own skin, being home in your own body. It's like, where can we like move around the energy of thoughts that we think are ours that are often not? We don't realize how many thoughts are percolating through the universe that go through the minds of people that are not ours. It's like a collective thought or a collective energy. So, kind of like sometimes I just see, a wave of energy of a thought that I don't particularly enjoy, just like going through. You don't have to attach to it. You don't have to make that energy bad or wrong, but it's like it just flows through like a wave. And where can we like learn from each other? It's so fun for me, because I love to travel and I love to see the world. I love it. And other cultures. And it's like, where can we be open to just experiencing new people, new places, and opening our hearts to that? Because it can be fun. It can be a lot of fun. So if you're traveling, like just being open to different cultures and participating in that, is really eye-opening. It takes you out of like a narrow focus. Okay, so I've seen this card a couple times. Spirit has a plan. So cute. Spirit has a plan. Okay? So, you know, we got to let go of control, let go of how we think it should go or what it should be, and also let divine guide you, okay? So going with the flow instead of fighting against the river or the ocean, you know, that kind of thing. Let's see. So what's the next right action, angels? What is the next right action of anything, of moving forward, taking a simple step forward? What is our next right action there? Education. So yeah, take a class. Educate yourself on something. Read a book. You know, like actually do it. Don't just buy the book. Read the book. Right? So read the book. I'm reading a couple very interesting books. One that I just got, E Squared, which is actually kind of fascinating and fun. It's actually a lot of fun. So that's the one that I'm reading right now. I think it's by Pam Grout, I believe. So what else? Referred by one of my teachers. So I'm going to read this book. I'm into it a little bit. It's pretty fascinating, actually. There's some like, you know, homework, I guess, you could say. That's the education piece, right? Education. Like just choosing something different and like kind of just being curious, you know, about, I wonder how that energy works, you know? Like, I wonder how that energy works. What else do we need to know? Making a choice. Making a choice. There are choices to be made, yes. We do have to make choices individually, stepping forward. So, you know, I always say to my clients, not making a choice is actually a choice. So is that the choice you want to make, right? Do you want to make the choice of not making a choice? Because that's going to affect your life. So how can we shift out of that energy? It's like, okay, sense into, you know, taking a certain direction in your life, let's say. So I will put my hand on my heart and just envision choosing something. Okay, I'm going to choose that. I'm going to choose that career path. I'm going to choose that relationship. I'm going to choose stepping into like a spiritual class or whatever it is. And just sense the energy of like, I'm choosing that. And does it make you feel lighter and more expansive, that choice? Or does it make you feel more constricted? Okay? And then sense into the energy of not choosing that path or direction. Sense into that energy and take a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to choose this. So do you kind of see, like, just being present with your heart energy and sensing into the energy of that? Now, what I will say to you, and what I find that some of my clients end up doing is, and we work through this, is not allowing fear to creep into what you're sensing, right? So not letting the mind get into actually what you're sensing is light or energetically constrictive, right? So definitely, like, if you find yourself in your mind when you're doing that kind of exercise, then just take a step back for a minute, breathe a couple times, exhale, breathe, exhale slowly, and do it again. And then, you know, at that point, maybe pull a card, because you're going to be more centered in your own energy and your heart. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, this is the Ascended Masters deck that I just purchased. Love it, love it, love it. So what do we need to know what Ascended Master wants to come in this weekend? Okay. Okay, the teacher awakens. The teacher awakens. Yeah. So where in you does your inner teacher want to awaken and come alive, right? Because, you know, as we go through life, especially as we get older, we have a lot of life experience, and there is a lot of potential to help younger people learn and grow. Some are open to learning and growing, some are not, and you got to know what audience you're working with. But it's like, you know, where can you, for instance, I just had a client recently who, you know, has been like doing all kinds of astrology and cards and educating herself in so many ways in her life, and yet has never stepped into like a step forward to create, you know, like financial abundance for herself and helping others, because they're connected, right? So, you know, finally I just said to her, well, you know, think about the beginner. Think about when you first began and how much information you have learned, how much information you have to help other people. And that is like the mindset, coming back to that space of, oh, wow, I can help a lot of people. So, you know, and again, it's like that mind, if you are on a hamster wheel in a particular area of your life, get off, like just open the door, get off the hamster wheel. And it's like, you know what? Enough is enough. Life is short, right? Life's short. We want to make the most of it. We want to step beyond, you know, fears or, you know, I just always claim it as curiosity and excitement. That's what I sense into fear. It's like, you know what? Wow, this is amazing. I'm choosing this. I'm choosing it. What else do I need to know? Okay. Open channel. So signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. Yep. Just continuing to be that open channel for information and downloads to come in. If you have dreams and you get a lot of like prophetic information in your dreams, which I do, an essential oil that is really great for just opening up your crown chakra and your third eye is myrrh. So myrrh smells really earthy and grounding too. It's a very earthy smell. You just put a few drops on the top of your head, you put a few drops on your third eye, and it really just creates that space when you're sleeping to have more prophetic downloads and information. You're kind of just opening up the channel so you can receive more guidance. This is some great tea, raspberry leaf tea, organic. It's great for any female like hormone issues or menstrual issues, women who are pregnant. It's a really fabulous tea and it tastes delicious. Okay, so let's see this deck. Here we go. Teach. The theme keeps coming up, doesn't it? So where in your life, right, stepping into teaching, maybe it's a group of kids you're teaching, or maybe, I think what would be great for this planet is to teach especially younger kids about energy and how to work with energy, and how people speak to each other, and actions that we take. Everything is energy. And so it's really realizing that we're not just bodies, it's really all energy, that we're more space than actually matter. We're actually way more space. So we're, just really getting into that space of, okay, or maybe teaching kids how to knit or sew, or, or if you're men, it's kind of like, I don't know, mechanics or music or, all kinds of things. Not that women can't be a mechanic, or, you know what I'm talking about. Just wherever it is in your own life that you could teach some wisdom or a craft, What else do I need to know? Okay. Listening. So where can we listen more, right? Judge less, listen more. What don't we know that we think is true? These kinds of things. Like really releasing a lot of that energy. And what else do we need to know, angels? All right, so third eye. So yeah, it's like, spending some time in gratitude. Just being in nature actually opens up your third eye. Of course, meditation will open up your third eye. Essential oils will open up your third eye. There are many ways to open up a third eye. But just even being in nature will do that. Being around animals and children can even open up the third eye, right? So, and we have this card, take the lead. So really just stepping up, branching out in your life to create more for yourself and others. And it's like, you'll find what is simple to do, actually. Like, for instance, for me, these card readings, I love to do them, and they're very simple, and yet it's ever evolving. It's never the same reading ever, and it's all evolving, right? So, so we're staying wide open to the energies. Yeah. And where are places that you're moving through things that are difficult? It's okay to, I found myself the other day, like crying one minute, laughing the next. So, it's like allowing it to be okay. Crying can be very releasing. And it can feel really good. So what else do we need to know? Yeah, so also releasing any, thoughts. So this is like that thinking card of goblins that are on the shoulder, like, oh, you can't do that, or, these kinds of self-defeating thoughts. It's like, why not replace it with something that is just way more expansive, I attract loving and kind individuals into my life that are fun and playful and open to expanding the planet. You know, things that are like focusing our mind. We have way more control than we think. And, you know, I'm not sure which teacher it was, but it's kind of like letting the mind just run amok, thinking that every thought that you have is yours, is a waste of your life and a waste of your mind. So really, okay, loving our minds, okay, it's a part of how we create, of course, and the mind is not bad. It's not saying that, it's just more, can we choose something that actually feels good in our bodies? And of course, it doesn't mean you're negating, you know, any issues that you're having, right? It doesn't mean that you're negating, you know, the shadow work, but even the shadow work can be, you know, who do I think I am to do this? Or, you know, it can just be the voice of other people too, though, right? And it's like, who are you not? Who are you not to step into your light fully? Who are you not to be that? I mean, divine goddess doesn't want anybody on this planet not stepping into their light fully. Whatever you want to do that lights you up, do it, right? So then we have, encouragement. So that's the encouragement card. Yeah. Okay. And where can you give a little more kindness to somebody else? Where can you send prayers and blessings out? I love this one. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Yeah. Stay curious. Stay very curious. Okay, that's for this weekend. My name is Allyson Van Raden, and I do private readings. I do energy healing work and clearings. So we hear a siren right now. So I'm just going to send a prayer and a blessing to wherever it's going. Maybe a baby's being born, and sending the angels to bless anybody who is being served by, you know, the ambulance and the ambulance workers, and, you know, just like really being present in that space. Okay, so I also do energy clearing work, and I clear and cleanse spaces, so either offices and homes, yourself. So just, I'll put information down below. You can email me, and have a very blessed weekend. I know that we're gearing into the holidays, and I do have a little tree that might be a little bit early, but that's okay, because I like the sparkles and the lights, and it's fun. I love the holidays, actually. I love all the lights. So, okay, fly.